Okay, so let's start this practice by becoming present to the sensations in the body and the alignments, and finding a comfortable seat. So first of all, let's check that the feet are on the ground, flat on the ground, and the knees just above the feet. So there's this feeling that from the hips into the knees, into the ankles, into the feet, the weight of your legs, of your body can just release down. Firmly connecting with the support underneath you. And then from that sense of release and connection, we want to find the lift. The lift comes from the spine, specifically from front of the spine. So see if you can invite the spine to gently lift up, lifting from the crown of the head, drawing the spine upwards with the shoulders firmly releasing down, elbow points firmly releasing down, your palms resting on your thighs close to your knees. Ideally, sitting away from the support of your chair. But if your back is uncomfortable and needs a little support, sit well into the chair so that the buttocks go all the way back, and then the spine can just release into the support and relax. Let's see how we're balancing the weight between the left and right buttocks. So we want to even lift here through the waist. So the ribs can draw up away from the waist, making space for the breath, space for the organs. And after these few initial alignments, just relax, relaxing into your body. Bring your awareness to your breath, and as we continue with the practice, you might prefer to close your eyes. And feel the breath touching your nostrils on the inhalation. And then coming into your nose and your throat. And then flowing out as you exhale. Slightly warmer air touching your nostrils on the out breath. When you notice that you're breathing, there is a breath. Don't change anything. Don't try to change anything or improve anything at this stage. Just notice the body is breathing. The breath comes in with no effort and comes out with no effort. Keeping the chest soft and relaxed. Keeping the belly soft and relaxed. And see if you can feel the breath in the belly. So let's place one hand around the navel and one hand on the chest. Checking that the shoulders still are dropping down, elbows are still dropping down, palms touching the body. And then see if you can feel the imprint of your breath on your palms. And we're especially curious about this lower palm here. Can you anchor your breath in your belly? That sensation of breath expanding your belly on the in-breath and releasing on the out-breath. This process happens by relaxation. And relaxing is this curious process that a lot of us have quite a bit of trouble with. Because we can't do it. It's not doing. It's dropping all the doing. So see if you can feel this subtle wave of breath as it moves your belly outwards towards your palm. And exhalation away from the palm. No pulling, no pushing. Just noticing the breath, it's already here, already present. And opening the body, inviting the breath by creating an open, welcoming space for the breath to come in. Let's drop the top hand and rest now both hands on the lower belly. So we are now below the navel. Sensing how the warmth of your palms attracts the breath. So that feeling of breath expanding towards your palms, belly expanding towards the palms on the in-breath. And then gentle release towards the spine, away from the hands as you exhale. Now see if you can bring your mind back to your nostrils and the breath coming in from outside and flowing into the body. We can feel the breath as it touches the nostrils and perhaps even touches the walls of the throat. And then see if you can drop that sensation of the breath right through the body behind your palms. So at the height of your palms resting, see if you can invite the breath to flow down, the sensation of breath to flow down, and see if you can feel now not just your belly gently expanding, not just the outer belly, but also inside. This gentle movement of expanding and contracting. Taking your hands now away from the belly and using the hands to flow with the wave of the breath, to connect deeper, to enhance that feeling of the breath moving through the body. So on the inhalation, the hands expand just like your belly and internal space. And then on the exhalation, coming closer together. Now, as you do this movement, check that the shoulders are down, elbow points are dropping down. So there is that very conscious dropping of the weight of the arms. We could lift the shoulders up for a moment and then just drop down here. Firmly, elbows low, forward of the body, and then inhale. And exhale. Let's carry on for a few more cycles of breath. Inhaling, belly expanding. Exhaling. Belly releasing. Now, as you move your hands, see if your awareness can drop behind the navel in the space right in the center between your spine and the outer belly. And see if you can start to feel this space also expanding. hands in your own rhythm, which may be very different to mine. So you follow your own exhalation, your own inhalation. Anchoring the mind to the breath, to the sensations of your belly expanding and contracting, and if you can, bring your awareness inside your belly, behind the navel, sensing how that space can also expand, release, and become a little alive. And then slowly bringing the palms to the belly. You're resting underneath your belly button, so lower belly. Double check that your shoulders are still relaxed. See if you can feel that wave of breath now, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little easier to connect. Remember that it's still a process that is very relaxed. Not trying too hard, it's more like you're just tuning in and uncovering what's already here by becoming more relaxed. We're not trying to find some other way of breathing or impose anything on the body. Just finding the breath that we were born with. A full body breathing, that the diaphragm is able to move freely in and out. Belly gently expanding towards the hands, gently moving away from the hands. And we finish the practice by inviting a little circling of the hands. So I'm starting around my navel and I'm moving in one direction. We'll reverse it in a minute, so don't worry. Whichever way you start, it's fine. And I'm going to make that circle bigger. So it's going to spiral outwards all the way to the hips, ribs, solar plexus. It's a big circle now. And as I travel here, I also press gently on my belly. And then I'm going to reverse my direction. So from that large circle, I'm going to start to spiral inwards. Smaller, smaller circle. I'm going to rest my hands on my navel. Take a few easy, relaxed inhalation, exhalations. And then bring the palms back to the thighs. And that's the end of our practice. So, Hope you enjoy. This is a basic of many deeper dives, explorations in the body. So practice it anytime you want. It's a great practice just before the bed because it does settle the busy mind and the nervous system and switches us over to the parasympathetic mode. That is responsible for a lot of good things in the body like healing, repair, and good quality rest. Thank you for watching.